Hi everybody, Marty Rubin back here for another segment of Marty's Corner. And we are so lucky to have Kristine Zbornik.
You are, Marty.
We are very lucky. She is starring, first of all, she is very zany. She's the very zany, quick-witted, sometimes foul-mouthed.
Often.
But always lovable.
Yeah,
right? Always lovable.
I get away with it,
yes,
man.
Jeanette Burmeister in the hit musical, The Full-Monty. So, welcome. I have to give you a high five.
Okay,
right?
Marty!
All right, because your character is so awesome. I'm serious. I think your character is a mix of, I'm throwing this out there, Phyllis Diller.
Okay.
Mama from the Carol Burnett Show.
Oh, yeah.
And the church lady from Saturday Night Live.
Wow!
Did you, is that on the money, or is there somebody else that
None
your
of them
inspiration?
came to my mind for it. Really, I would say if there's anything that is in my kind of lexicon of this hard-ass woman is Elaine Stritch and Ethel Merman.
Okay, that's good stuff.
And the comedic aspect, it's usually dudes for me, guys that are my comedy.
Like who would be somebody that you would look up to?
Oh, George Carlin is my hero. Love him more than anybody.
Well, some of the comics too that you might like, I find that you are hilarious without even saying anything. I mean, when you're behind the piano and you're playing, and just your physical movements, the crowd is loving it. I mean, do you feel that vibe from the audience when you're doing that kind of stuff?
Yes, although I wasn't aware that people were finding me funny unless I said something.
Well, when you start talking, it's just unbelievable.
But I am aware that at some point I know somebody's looking at me at all times, and so I'm always focused on being truthful with what I'm doing,
right.
And individualized.
Yes.
And specific, which doesn't sound funny, but really, to tell you the truth, when people behave, it's just funny.
Yes.
When they behave truthfully and they're unusual people or quirky people, you don't have to do anything funny.
Kristine, when you're on your game, and you always are, okay, and you are delivering the lines, and the crowd is loving it, okay, and,
yes.
and you feel them with you.
Yeah.
Do you ever deliver a line a little differently just because of how well something's going?
Oh yeah. Actually, you may not even realize it, but I found something on opening night for my song that I hadn't ever even had before, and I asked Evan if I could go further with it, and he said yes. I'm constantly tweaking, constantly. That doesn't mean that I'm reinventing the wheel, though. That's a different ball game. For me, it's like a moment occurs in time, I take it.
Yes.
I always do. And I'm looking for that ability to relax enough to be able to do that. I'm still in my tense phase of this, of trying to remember things, so it's not as fun for me as it is for people. Thank God it's fun.
Well, we're laughing our heads off out there, I'm telling you.
That is a relief, because inside I've got a lot of tension and worry, anxiety, and nerves.
That does not come through at all. Now, you're obviously a very funny person.
Yeah, in life I am.
Yes.
My whole family was.
But do you do serious roles?
Oh, yeah, and I'm good at it.
Is it as fulfilling for you to do a serious role?
Yeah. I like being the linchpin when I do a serious role. In other words, the one, like I was in Wicked, I did Madame Morrible. That's not a funny role. Unfortunately, they sometimes cast comics, which is a mistake. She's the bad guy. I loved it.
Right.
I didn't get laughs in that. And nor was it necessary for me. Yeah, no, it's very fulfilling for me to play the serious meat role.
Yes. Now, in this show, very entertaining, very funny, but there are some very emotional scenes.
Oh my God,
very emotional.
yes.
Let me ask you, what do you think the central message of the Full-Monty is?
For me, the central message is this, Marty. Ooh, it makes me leak. That's me crying. That everybody starts out somewhere and ends up somewhere different and better. And that's so rare in life, but it's all done without violence and without having to put anybody down. And it's believable.
Yes.
And it's so moving that the men are finding out what it's like to be thought of as an object, as a sex object. It's very awakening.
Yes.
This should be playing now on Broadway.
But instead
or
it's playing
wherever the
at the
hell.
Argyle Theater.
You know, and this is as good as it gets.
It
This
really
is as
is.
good as it gets, folks. I am not kidding. This has humor, entertainment, the
Yes.
music, but it's the content that is so unbelievable. I don't think anybody leaves this theater without feeling better than when they came in. You can't say that about anything.
I love when you get emotional.
Oh, I feel so strongly about this piece. For years, I've been talking about this piece when people say to me, what is one of the favorite things you've ever seen? And I always say the Full Monty, the first production
Yes.
on Broadway, because people started out somewhere and ended up somewhere better.
Yes. You know, you bring up some really good points. I'm a sports guy, so when I'm watching my team either on TV or in
Yes,
person,
yes.
I am rooting for my team.
Yes,
The audience is rooting for these characters.
yes.
Right? What does that feel like when you feel that audience getting behind you in such a big way?
You feel like maybe you voted for Obama, maybe you voted for Trump, maybe you hate this person, and it doesn't matter because we all have the same human agreement. That's what it feels like to me. It supersedes difference.
Yes, yes, it's so true. Well, I have to tell everybody, you got to come out because you got to see this
You have
woman.
to see this.
Kristine is awesome. I mean, she just kills it every night and twice on Saturday, all right? So you got to come out and see her in the Full Monty. We're playing through Sunday, October 20th, and we can't wait to see you all out here.
Please come, please.
Take care.